So let us start our next session, that is hands-on MongoDB. Till now we have covered basics of MongoDB commands, showing the databases and all. Today we will be discussing few, so I am starting by using ascending and descending operations, how to sort the records. So for this, if we want to sort a record, we use the command sort command. So in this case, so here we can use sort plus 1. If we use sort plus 1, it will be showing us the records in the way that shows ascending order. So it works for ASC, that is ascending. All the records from the inventory has been displayed. Now, see, we have sorted all the records. So next, if we use the same command db.post.find and sort on the basis of item data set, or we are having title minus 1. So this is for descending order sorting. Now remember, we have not created a post database, so it is not showing anything. So our database was inventory. Let me correct my mistake. So these are the records that are being displayed with this. And inside this, we have item field. So next we will try to sort on the basis of item field. Title was not there. So let us do this. Let us change the title to item, which was one of the field. So see, the records have been sorted on item field in descending order. Now let us change it to ascending order. So we will simply remove minus. Now the records has been sorted in ascending order. All the records are sorted on item field. Similarly, you can perform sorting on any of the field. You can perform sorting on quantity and likewise. So basically the functions that have been performed over here are ascending. Ascending can be done using 1. If you want to sort in descending order, then we will simply use minus 1. So like where clause, we are using find over here, and inside this find we will write the condition for that. So next let us do limiting of the records that we want to display. So if we are having 10 records in a database, then all the 10 records or 10 documents will be displayed. Now suppose we want to display only 2 or 3. Then for that we can use the function named as limit. The query will be db.inventory.find.limit. Let us limit our records to 2. Pretty we use for formatting the record. Now only 2 records are displayed. First 2 records will be displayed. And if you want to sort the records, then simply we can do one thing. Inside the find command, we will change the condition. Now let us do it by limiting 3. So it has limited the records to 3. 3 records are displayed. If inside find we wrote any condition, then it will work accordingly. First 2 or 3 records based on that condition also. Now limit to 4 and apply sorting also. Now it will firstly sort the records and will retrieve or display the first 4 documents. So now let us delete the commands with the help of, delete the documents with the help of remove. So here we will use the keyword remove. The command will be db.inventory.remove where item equal to canvas. So it is working in the similar way, just like SQL if we write delete from database where item equal to canvas. Now see, here was no that document in which the item was canvas, so no record is removed in this case. Now see, there was no such document where item was canvas, so it displays and removed 0. So now change the condition, change the item canvas to paper. Third document is paper in this case. Now it is showing removed 1. Now let us check the result. Simply write the command db.inventory.find. Now see, the paper document has been removed. So similarly, you can remove any of the record with the help of conditions. The simple command that we need to use is .remove command. It will remove the records, whatever we want to remove. Next is find one and delete. So find one and delete function deletes the first matching document in the collection that matches the filter. The filter, that is the filter condition, whichever we are writing. The sort parameter can be used to influence which document is to be deleted, just we did in the earlier stage also. So it is find one and delete. So the syntax will be db.inventory .find one and delete. Now apply the filter. Where item is journal. Now it has firstly displayed that there is one record, that is journal, and this record will be removed. It will firstly show which record we are going to remove from the database, or which document we are going to remove from our database system or document. So that document will be first displayed and then it will be removed. So this is the basic functioning with find one and delete. We can write any of the filter command, filter condition inside the condition box, inside the curly brackets, and apply the function which will be removing the very first record. Let us create some data, some more data for performing further commands. So I have inserted a few rows, a few documents, because I need these documents for performing further commands, because my database consists of only 3 documents at this stage. So now I have created a few more documents so that I can perform further commands. Next we will be discussing about updating documents in collection. So here we have created a few rows and each few documents. Each document has been given object IDs, and to update, the syntax is update operator, and then field 1 means which field we are going to update. And then value for that field means conditional value, value 1 which we want to change. And then we can write conditions separated by commas. We can specify values, comma separated values, and fields, like different fields can be updated. So this update, and to update a document in MongoDB, it provides update operators such as $set to modify field values. To use update operators, we need to pass the update methods and onto an update document of the form which we have already specified, update operator, field 1 and update. Now let us do the example for this. Here, just like insert one, we are updating one document at a time. So we have used the command update one. And the condition is where item equal to paper. So we will change the value. We are specifying set operator with the help of $. In our database, we had a field named as size, which has 3 further fields. Those fields were height, width, and units of measurement. So here we are changing the value of units of measurement to centimeter. At the same time, we have written one more command that is saying status is P. So basically, this command, or you can say this function or method on the inventory collection, is used to update the first document where the item is paper, and it will make the following changes. First change will be, it uses a set operation to update the value of size dot units of measurement field to centimeter and the status to field P. So see here it is showing matched record 1, acknowledge true, modified count 1. It means it has modified one document. That's why it is showing modified command count is 1. And at the same time it is showing current date is equal to last modified date. So whenever we modify any document, this is very important thing that we should know when the document was currently updated. So it is showing current date last modified true. So let us display the records. We are displaying the records where item is paper. Now see, here the unit has been changed. Let us do formatting on this using the pretty command. Now in this case, we can see the size field has been replaced with UOM and the value of UOM has been changed to centimeter and status has been set to P, which was our second field, second conditional value. And then at the same time it is showing last modified date is the current date or time at whichever will be your system time, it will be showing that. So it uses the current date operator to update the value of last modified field to the current date. If last modified field doesn't exist, then the current data will create that field. Now remember one thing, whenever we are updating the value, the set operator will update if the field is already existing. If that field doesn't exist, then it will work as adding a new field which we have specified in the condition. So with the help of update, we can add a new field. At the same time, we can modify the value of existing field also. So it is working in two ways. Update one modifies one document at a time. And if you want to update multiple documents, then we need to specify the command update many, which we will be discussing after this command. But we will be changing all the values to the, it is very important to write the comments in a document whenever we update the document for record purpose. So this can be done while we are updating the existing document. Simply we use last modified and embed the date of the system into the last modified column. So this is the best way to keep record of such things. And it will show update currently acknowledged true, match count 1 and modified count 1. Now we will display the record once. Now see, multiple columns have been updated, and with the updated columns, the modified field column will be added. The field will be added, that is modified field, modified date. The next command we will be doing will be updating multiple documents at the time. Simply we will write update many instead of writing update 1. Write the field conditions. Now we will change the units of measurement to inches. And here we are using as abbreviation for inch. And status we will again set to P. And current date we are changing. Here last modified date we have changed, specified the value. Now it is showing knowledge true, matched count 4. It means there were 4 records which were meeting matching a condition, that is quantity less than 50. Now here we can see the 4 updated records. Let us check the for those where quantity is less than the condition which we have specified, that is quantity less than 50. So this record quantity is 95 and here quantity 80 and here the quantity is 45. It means less than 50. So this was the filter which we have applied. So here the status has been changed to P, units of measurement has been changed to inches, IN, whereas in the last 2 records we have UM as centimeter, CM, and here the last modified date will be changed. And similarly, if there is any other field where quantity is less than 50, that will be changed. Let's have a look where it has been changed. Here also the quantity is 45, so the value will be changed. And here the quantity is 50 and 75, so they are not changed. So with the help of this command, we will be updating the records. You can update single document, you can update many documents. Next command about our operation in MongoDB is replacing a document. If you want to replace the existing document. So to replace the entire content of a document except for the ID field will not be modified. Pass an entirely new document as the second argument. And the command used will be db.collection.replace1. When replacing a document, the replacement document must consist of only field or value pairs. That is, they do not include any update operators expressions. The replacement document can have different fields from the original document, and in the replacement document you can omit the ID field since ID field is immutable. However, if you don't include the ID field, it must have same value as the current one. The example that we will be discussing will replace the first document in the inventory collection where item equal to paper. So let us quickly paste. So see here it is showing where item is paper, in stock the condition we have specified, the it is available in warehouse, and then it is showing acknowledged true, match count 1, modified count 1. It means one record has been modified in this case. So this was all about replacement of document and updating the documents. In the next session, we will discuss about the commands to create users, to manage user roles, dropping the users, giving rights to the user, and so on.